Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the last session, last lecture of last day. And they say that, yes, the best comes the last. No, it's just joking. I want to introduce the common addiction treatment in Iran. It is it's a report more than a research, but we can speak together about this. Here is the Iran in the middle of between these countries that you can say, and I come from Isfahan. That this is a province. Isfahan is in the middle of Iran. This is a historical city. The most famous place is Naqsh Jahan Square, that it is the second biggest square after Tiananmen. Tiananmen, you know, in the China. This is the second biggest square from 500 years ago. And nice bridges, nice bazaars, nice mosques, and nice cathedral in this city. But an overview of drug addiction and drug use in Iran is opium use has a long history in Iran for treatment, antidote, or abuse. You see, about 70 years ago, the most export of Iran is opium. And after that, FAO give the half of our quota and give to the Turkey. And the best opium is agriculture in Iran, except Afghanistan. But before revolution, it's forbidden to plant this opium. And about the overview of use in Iran, various form of opium is misuse or abuse, heroin, and also the concentrated heroin that in Iran called crack. Methamphetamine called shishe. This is the name that they converted to the local things. And various kind of THC called hashish in extract form. Alcohol are found in Iran. I can see this is the pipe for using methamphetamine, and this is methadone that I will explain about this. This is crack that I told you. It is 400% of crack is pure heroin in Iran. This is concentrated heroin and very dangerous. And ecstasy and club drugs, and this is ecstasy and club drugs, and something that we called satellite drugs that I mention later. The percentage of use is based on the age, accessibility, cost, socioeconomic status of user, and the place of use. For example, Ritalin is common between university students or MDMA use in rave parties. And about legal treatment, we have the main decision maker is government by Iran Drug Control Headquarters. This is the logo, and this is the headquarters and then this decision referred to other governmental or non-governmental organizations. They work on all fields of drug use control, for struggle with smugglers to rehabilitation centers for addictions. So the treatment is also under governmental supervision. We have licensed clinic in Iran that two organizations give this license. The Ministry of Health and the State Welfare Organization of Iran. This is the State Welfare Organization of Iran. These clinics These clinics also may private and state clinics. We have outpatient treatment clinics, and we have inpatient wards, residential centers or accommodation centers, harm reduction, and many other clinics. For opioid addiction also, we have outpatient addiction treatment centers, licensed, issued by the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, that it could be private or state. But the private centers is much more than state centers, many. I think there is 400 private clinics in all over my province only, and 5,000 clinic is in whole Iran. Both of them under supervision of government, and they have quota of methadone, buprenorphine, and opium tincture for maintenance therapy and detoxification either. This is my clinic, and it is me. This is my one of my students that play a role as a patient. The use of these drugs, the Ministry of Health is supervised the usage of this drug carefully, evaluated and monitoring by inspection teams. Also, they must have a therapy team include a trained physician, a trained psychologist, a trained nurse, a trained social worker, and for psychiatric problem, a part-time psychiatrist we have. So we have a team in the clinic. And this is the entrance of my clinic. You can see the names of these groups, my psychologist, and me, and my wife also working with me. She's a psychiatrist, and he's my psychologist working with the patient. And this is the drug room. He is a trained nurse that delivered the drugs to the patient. And this is all kind of drugs that we use for treatment. The methadone syrup, methadone tablets, 5 milligram, 20 milligram, and 14 milligram tablets, opium tincture we have, and buprenorphine or Suboxone, they say, Suboxone. This is all of our treasure for treating the patient here. And we have a treatment protocol. We have a treatment protocol sent from Ministry of Health, and following this protocol in some parts of treatment is mandatory. For example, minimum patient visit in a month by each member of team, minimum and maximum administration of that drugs by physician, how to write and record the patient documents, and many other things. This is the protocol that they gave us, and we have to follow this. This program is a start. The main idea of running these centers is to hazard prevention, especially for HIV/AIDS. And based on statistics, the program of this disease, the progression of this disease is stopped. This is the poster. It right here, چشمهایت را باز کن means open your eyes. It is not for the patient. It is for the doctors and the government. Open your eyes that this is a problem, health problem. Please open your eyes and do something for this. So, but the detoxification is also done in the centers, and it starts from about 20 years ago. But 20 years ago, there is a few centers, and about 8 years ago, it spread. We have another addiction treatment, another treatment for opium addiction. For example, we had therapeutic community. For example, this is for women, Chitgar Therapeutic Community Center of women. And also, we have ultra-rapid detoxification, but ultra-rapid detoxification today, it is forbidden in Iran. And the 12-step communities, for example, NA, it is, they are very active in Iran. You can see they have a group meeting. This one is exceptional. This is a big group meeting in Tehran, but we have many group meetings in all parts of the city. And you know, this is the Arms and Iran region of Narcotic Anonymous. Its meetings are held in many cities, and their activity are legal in Iran. About 8 or 10 years ago, I think this is illegal. But after that, they are speaking with the government, and their activity become legal. And we have also the treatment that unscientific and unapproved methods in Iran, and this is very attractive for the patients, these treatments. For example, I don't know, you know that there is a lot of TV channels that broadcast from outside of Iran, that they have conflict with our government. They advertise many drugs for treatment that they say this is a magic drug, this is, but we know what is the ingredients of these capsules. We say to these drugs, satellite drugs. And you see that the addict wants to get the satellite drugs, and the doctors stop him to get these drugs. Also, acupuncture, energy therapy, traditional medicine, all of them. What another unscientific methods used in Iran is that they take naltrexone to the patient, and after that they obligate them to physical activity. But the physical activity with rituals, the religious rituals, they sweat a lot, and after that they think that they are detoxify. And you know that the relapse is so much, but this is very near to their belief that the detoxification must be very hard and very soon. So they have, for methamphetamine treatment, you see the pipe and methamphetamine treatment that in Iran is also can find. There is a matrix method that brought from United States to Iran, but they localize and they somehow changes the matrix method to fit the culture of Persians, Iranians. A modified version of matrix method were used for treatment for methadone addiction. This is the client workbook, and this is the framework of the treatment plan about the matrix. What is the frequency of going the patient, and the handbooks that they gave to the patient for matrix method. Also, this is the documentary for the patients, and also this is the books that have been wrote for the patients. For example, what is methamphetamine and how is the treatment, or how the treatment of methamphetamine done. This is the books that gave to the patient and use it. Also, we have now neurofeedback and TMS in some clinics is available in Iran for meth treatment, but there is serious discussion about its effectiveness, you know. About alcohol addiction, you know that drinking alcohol, producing alcohol, holding alcohol, all is forbidden in Iran and have a very serious punishment. But there is some alcohol addiction and alcohol using in Iran. There is a clandestine laboratories that produce alcohol in home, and you know that making wine is very traditional in Iran. And they make wine. Maybe somebody said that it starts from Iran. I don't know, but it is in our story that making wine started in Iran at first. Nowadays, Georgia, I think, Gorgestan, what's the name, say that the first wine is produced in there, but I don't know. So drinking alcohol is forbidden and illegal in Iran, but we have alcohol addiction. From 1 year later, an state alcohol addiction treatment center was started in Tehran, the capital of Iran. This is very new. The government decided to founding such clinic in other cities. They plan to run 150 alcohol addiction clinic in all over the country, because they found out that this is a very big problem. And finally, thank you very much for your attention. This is the dolphins of Persian Gulf that I take a picture from them. Just I want to see that we have dolphin also. And in the end, I have to appreciate the Omics Group and thanks from very kind colleagues and friends that I found here. I hope that I can invite you, Iran, for running such a conference about addiction and addiction treatment. Thank you very much.